Sunday. At Amura, Uki and I got a full medical check at a hospital run by a friend of my dad's, just like Shinjo has suggested. Okay. Well, that was easy. Now the numbers, brainwaves, electrocardiographs, MRIs, and other images were lined up on Dad's computer screen. Of course, as a complete amateur, I had no idea what any of it meant. Kunasato was talking to my dad as if she were a colleague, rather than addressing him as a much older man that he was.
おかしなものって何ですか？ただでさえこんな検査されてムカついてるのに。しかも今日って友達と約束あったんですよ。女子同士って一度断ると後々面倒なんですけど。
Harumura put her hands on her hips and complained. Uki, for her part, looked scared. She was hiding behind me and trying to stay out of Kunosato's sight.
素人は黙ってろ。邪魔だ。
はあ？冗談じゃないですよ。ここでちゃんと言っとかないと、この先どんな実験をされるか分かったもんじゃありませんからね。
そういうことを言うど素人が一番腹が立つ。
なあ有村さん、久野里さん、そうやって一日中喧嘩してて疲れないか？
That's, yeah. Shinjo sighed like he always did. Don't you always get tired of like arguing, you know? Just like how people on the internet argue with each other all the time. Anyway, Harumura's eyes narrowed as she glared at Kunasato, who just laughed.
で、佐久間先生、結果はどうでした？
分かったことがあればなるべく早くお願いします。できればこの後買い物に行きたいんで。
ああ、そうするよ。まず浮ちゃんの成長阻害因子に関してだが、これはすぐには分からん。染色体からホルモンの分泌異常まで詳しい結果が出るには時間がかかる。で、タクルと有村さんに関しては体はどこにも異常なし、どの臓器もすこぶる健康だ。ただしタクルは食事のバランスが明らかに悪い。特定の栄養素が欠乏してる。これはののによーく言っとくからな。
Too much mountain views, I guess.
有村さんは少し甘いものや油を控えた方がいい。ジャンクフードもやめること。このままだと確実にメタボへ一直線だ。
体のことは別にいい。脳はどうなんだ？
ああ、これが MRI だが。
Dad clicked on one of the images, which displayed images of a human brain. Aremura must have found the sight of her own brain creepy because she looked away. Uki didn't seem to know what it was and stared out from behind me, confused. Kunasato clicked through the images slowly, checking each little part in turn, but then finally tossed it away.
3人ともネガティブだな。
ああ、ネガティブだよ。
A negative for what?
ネガティブ？嘘、頭悪いってことですか？
Well, I mean, that kind of proves your point, doesn't it? Aremura staggered back as if she's been giving some kind of shocking news.
確かに頭が悪いな。バカすぎる。
そんな。
いやいや、そういう意味じゃないから。
Dad chuckled a little.
久野里君、君は聞いていた以上に人が悪いね。
ネガティブの意味もわからないようなやつはバカと断じていいはずだが。
My God.
こいつは新庄君の気苦労もわかるね。
Kunasato just has no chill.
でしょ？
Shinjo gave Dad a tired smile.
安心していい、有村さん。医学の世界ではネガティブは陰性って意味だ。つまりおかしな症状は出ていないということだよ。
え？
君の脳は至って正常ってことさ。
なんだ、びっくりした。
Aremura sighed with relief, for once acting like a girl her age. Lately, I finally understood that this was who she really was. She once told me before that she was trying to be the person that the people around her wanted her to be.
ギガロマニアックスと脳の肥大化の間には結局因果関係はないのか。
少なくともタクルたちに異常は見られない。君の言うそのギガロなんとかとの関連性は自分で判断してくれ。
Gigolo Whatsits. Kunosato frowned and thought.
でも一連の殺人事件の犠牲者には特徴があった。被害者の脳に同一の症状が見受けられた。
That's interesting. Apparently, well, we didn't know. Well, we knew a little bit about it when they did the second autopsy, but I guess all of the victims had like a weird like lump on their brain. Is it like a tumor? I don't know. But apparently, the ones that are still living anyway, the ones in this room, they don't have any weird symptoms like that. But then, what does that mean? Kunosato showed Dad her tablet computer. It had several brains on it that weren't ours. Aremura looked away again.
これを見ればわかるだろう。どれも大脳新皮質が肥大化している。
Cerebral neocortex.
言われれば確かに。
Dad whispered as he looked at the tablet.
肥大化？大きくなってるってこと？
まあな。
およそ 1.2 倍といったところか。そこで今回お前たちの脳に同様の症状があるのか見せてもらったわけだが、結果はネガティブだった。お前たちの脳は通常の人間と変わらない。
つまり被害者にだけ脳を肥大化させる特別な何かが起こった。
さあそれはどうだろうな。この程度なら日常生活に支障のあるレベルじゃない。知性や知能にも影響はないだろう。本人も気づいてなかったんじゃないか。
つまりもともとそういう脳をしていたのか、死の間際に異常をきたしたのか、あるいは脳に異常をきたしたせいで死んだのか、断定はできないということですか。
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. So maybe the reason, because it seems like, normal gigolomaniacs, I guess, don't have this thing in their brain, or at least, a swollen part in their brain. But maybe it's the killer that is somehow using their power on them, and that's what causes them to have that swollen part, maybe. But of course, it's left ambiguous. We don't know. Just like Shinjo said. Dad looked at the tablet and nodded.
そういうことだね。
いずれにせよ考察のためのデータが乏しすぎる。せめてあと 2,3 人被害者が出てくれればいいんだが。
Yeah, if only we just had more people die, that'd be great.
だからそういうことを口にするのはやめろ。
Shinjo treated it like a joke, but her face was completely serious and terrifying.
っていうか、つまり今日の私たちの検査はあんまり意味がなかったってことですか？冗談じゃないんですけど。
いや、そんなことはないさ。有村さんがすこぶる健康で脳にも異常なしって分かっただけでも収穫じゃないか。
Shinjo tried his best to make her feel better, but
私に向かって心にもないこと言っても無駄ですよ。
she can tell when he's lying.
これだから有村は厄介だって思いましたね、今。
そんなことあるわけ。
Shinjo gave up and lowered his head.
すまん。
ああ、せっかくの休みが潰れちゃった。私そろそろ行きますね。
Aremura grabbed her bag and tried to leave.
ちょっと待て。
But she turned around at the door when Kunosato stopped her.
何ですか？
最後にもう一つ手伝え。お前の能力が必要だ。
Okay, well, it's funny how like Kunosato is asking for a favor when, she has no business asking for a favor, but she has no choice, I don't think.
だから久野里さん、物には頼み方というものが。
But Kunosato ignored him.
山添右紀の能力について ちゃんと聞いておきたい。
Uki shivered and hid behind me. Dad saw her and frowned in a way that only I could notice. Then he said, "I'm gonna hit the restroom," and walked past Aramura out the door. See ya. On the way out, he whispered to me,
俺は向こうへ行ってるわ。超能力なんて話は医者の領分じゃねえ。聞いてるだけでこっちの頭が変になりそうだ。
Well, after Dad left, Kurosato looked at tiny little Uki with cold eyes.
山添、お前自身にもよく分かっていないようだが、とりあえず知っていることだけでいい。話してみろ。
Her harsh tone only scared Uki more, but I looked at her and nodded, and she tried her best to work up her courage.
私はその誰かが心に描いたものを形にしてしまうみたいなんです。
I mean, that's what we know.
誰か
In
が
general.
心に描いたもの
But then it's interesting that it's what someone else imagines, not what she imagines herself.
それは誰の思考でもか。
私の近くにいる人です。
形というのはつまり実体化させるということだな。例えばここにあるコインを私が思い描いたら。
Kunosato took out a penny and showed it to Uki.
そういうものの場合もありますし、そうじゃないものもあります。
そうじゃないものっていうと、
何と言えばいいのかわからないですが、例えば状態を
状態？
綺麗になりたいとか、こうなってほしいとか。
それが現実になるっていうのか？
現実なんでしょうか。私にもよくわかりません。
それは今やろうと思ってできるものなのか？
いえ、意識してできるわけではないです。
どうだ、有村。
Kunosato looked over, but Aramura just turned her head.
はいはい、その子嘘はついてませんよ。全部本当みたいです。
無意識のうちに他人の思考や願望をリアルブートしてしまうということだな。
Is that what she is? She's basically the Holy Grail, you know, she grants the wishes.
なるほど。それならこの前フリージアから姿を消した方法も説明がつく。百瀬さんの思考がリアルブートされてしまったわけか。
Weird. So her power could only reboot other people's thoughts and wishes, not her own? It was like her own life. She had no hopes of her own, and only lived her life for the sake of others. In a way, it was a very sad power.
好むと好まざるとに関わらず能力を発動してしまうという点では、そこにいる有村ひなえと同じ部類だ。能力自体は大したものだが、不便なものだ。
不便で悪かったですね。
で、それはいつからだ、山添。いつからそんな能力を身につけたのかと聞いている。地下施設での実験中にか？いえ、私は劣等生でしたから。ならいつだ？
多分渋谷の地震の後からだと。
やはりな。
やはりってのは？
こいつらの話と、あとあんたが調べた被害者たちの過去、それらを総合して考えると、能力に目覚めたと思われる時期がほぼ同じだ。
あの地震が原因だってのか？
まだ仮説だがな。
Kunosato started to type something into her tablet.
待ってくれ。地震なんてどこでも頻繁に起こってる。その度にギガロマニアックスが生まれてたらキリがないじゃないか。
Well, I mean, I imagine the earthquake that happened in Shibuya was a special one, maybe.
いや、私が言っているのは地震そのものじゃない。
あ
あの時、不可思議な現象が渋谷で観測されたのを覚えているか？
Something strange in the neighborhood? Who you gonna call? I do remember actually.
もしかしてあの白い光ですか？
Kunosato nodded. Oh yeah, in the very beginning when you... in the prologue, when you would like, press new game, there was that one scene where everything was covered in a white light, you know? That white light. The white light that had covered us right after the Shibuya earthquake. There are a lot of rumors about it, including one that said it was a plasma caused by the earthquake, but I heard that they still didn't really know what it was.
驚いたな。久野里さんが陰謀論者だとは思わなかった。
陰謀論ってまさか一時期流行したあれですか？
I was talking about a certain rumor that had gone around right after the earthquake. The rumors said that the quake was caused by a secret tectonic weapon experiment, a joint project between the US and Japan that might have gone awry. Is that a real thing? I mean, tectonic means, I think it's a reference to tectonic plates, you know, on the Earth's surface. I mean, that's how earthquakes are created, when those plates are like overlapping each other or somehow, you know, interacting with each other or whatever, I guess. So it's a literal like earthquake weapon, you know? A weapon capable of causing an earthquake, destroying enemy cities, primarily seen in urban legends, conspiracy theories. There are many proposed methods. You can make a weapon like that, but these most likely the three below. You could use electromagnetic waves to heat underground water reservoirs. Okay. A hydrogen bomb that can be detonated, whatever. Well, but then in that case, just use the hydrogen bomb to attack someone directly, I guess. But I guess the point of a tectonic weapon is that you could say like, oh, it was a natural disaster. Don't worry about it, you know, or whatever. You could secretly just murder people, I guess, is the idea. And the third method is an advanced version of theory, which is proposed by Nikola Tesla. He's a servant in Fate Grand Order. But anyway, collapse, earthquake, this was a fan, destroyed building, blah, blah. There's another theory that became popular on the internet as well, which involves sending an army of sumo wrestlers to an active fault near the target point, where they would all stomp on the ground at the same time. Ah yes, that's the one. However, given inherent difficulties of transforming sumo wrestler army deep into enemy territory, it must be said that this method is impractical. Interesting that they mentioned sumo wrestlers, you know, because sumo stickers are related to this case. Well, anyway, I guess that's just a weird conspiracy theory about earthquake weapons. And that the mysterious light was caused by its explosion. And that Chaos Child Syndrome, which was believed to be a form of PTSD, might actually be caused by materials used in that weapon. The rumor was popular on @channel for a while, but people quickly got bored with it. By the time I had woken up from my coma, no one was talking about it anymore. Now, it would be more accurate to say that instead of people getting bored, someone had done their best to erase all traces of it. At the time, I had found this strange and started looking into outside of the internet. Despite the large magnitude of the quake, there would be no aftershocks afterward. All the damage had been concentrated in Shibuya, and the epicenter had been observed to be far too shallow. Despite all this, not a single scientist was speaking up. Whenever someone raised even the smallest doubt, they were quickly shouted down as an idiot conspiracy theorist. Well, as it turns out in the world of fiction, maybe a conspiracy theory might actually be true.
というと？
すべての元凶はあの光自体にあるのではないかと私は考えている。地震はその副次的なものに過ぎない。
Okay, so the idea is that for whatever that weird explosion was, that was the source, not the actual earthquake itself that destroyed everything. I assume, I mean, the implication is that obviously the earthquake was not a natural disaster. It didn't like, you know, happen out of nowhere. It was caused by something, some sort of weird explosion.
本気で言ってるのか？じゃあ君は 光の正体を何だと思ってるんだ。
それが分かれば苦労しない。ただ何者かの手によって引き起こされたものだと私は確信している。
すいません。そういうのは後でやってください。私は早く事件を解決してくれればそれでいいんで。
Edamura saw that Shinjo Kunasato was about to start arguing and readjusted her tote bag on her shoulder.
私の仕事はもう終わりですよね。じゃあさようなら。宮代先輩たちもまた学校で。
ああ、それじゃあな。
ウキもまたね。てかもっと元気出せよ。
She patted Uki lightly on the head and left the examination room. Uki softly whispered hi as she watched her go. After that, Kunasato began to mumble to herself as she started to look at her data on Dad's PC. There was a different look in her eyes than any I've seen before. To be honest, she looked a little crazy. Well, it wasn't like a mado scientist. She's so cool, son of a bitch. It was as if she was concealing some dark obsession. I've seen these eyes somewhere before. Where was it? Probably, Minamisawa Senri, while she was trying to burn you alive, probably. I remembered and shivered. It's gotta be revenge. It's always revenge. It's gotta be revenge. So Minamisawa Senri wants revenge. Kunasato Mio probably also wants revenge on a different sort, I guess. They were the eyes of someone bent on revenge. Well, there you go. And consumed by hatred and rage. They just spell it out right there. The Shibuya earthquake and the strange light, and the relationship they had with our powers. I rolled around in my bed thinking about everything that had happened, and then I thought about the crazy look in Kunosato's eyes. She looked just like the pyrokinetic. Did Minamisawa Senri hate me for what I've done that day? Did she still hate me even now? I tried to say it aloud to convince myself, but that pyrokinetic wasn't behaving like a normal person. It was hard to think she was sane. She was a beast, an animal without a conscience that was stalking the streets of Shibuya with bared fangs. At least that's how she had seemed to me. And the terrifying words she'd said when she saw me. She looked at me and said, "Mitsukete?" I think that's what she said. I found you. The more I thought about it, the more my blood began to run cold. If I'd known this was gonna happen, I would just listen to Kurisu to begin with. I sat up on the bed. That's right, I had my power. Even if that woman was Minamisawa Senri, and she was trying to kill me out of revenge, I wouldn't just sit there and let her. I would use the power of the Force and, and say, "You failed me for the last time," and then choke her to death with my Force powers. I mean, it really is like the Force, isn't it? I mean, that's basically his power. But what if she attacked me when I was with Kurisu? And what if things got so dangerous that I couldn't protect my own life or Kurisu's without killing her? Could I kill Minamisawa Senri right in front of Kurisu? I almost leapt up at the sudden noise. The sound was from my new smartphone. Oh, okay, we finally got a new phone, by the way, I guess. I finally got a new one before I went to the hospital today. I totally forgotten. I remembered how Ito had gotten the call from my old phone after I had lost it, and hesitated a little. I looked at the screen, trembling. Caller, Onoi Sadaka.
なんだ、尾上か。もしもし。
ああ、タク、ヤッホー。
どうしたんだよ。
もしかしてご機嫌斜め？今 今日の検査で何かあった？
そういうわけじゃないけど。
ダメだよ、ごまかしても。そういう声の時のタクはだいたい悩んでる時なんだから。
Evidently, it wasn't just Kurusu and Aremura who could tell when I was lying.
で、何を悩んでたの
I wasn't sure if I should tell her, but it was Erica I was talking to after all. I told her everything I'd been thinking about.
白い光？
あの時、尾上も僕と一緒にいたよな。何か覚えてないか？
それがね、私倒れて気絶しちゃってたから光とか見てないんだ。ほら、タクが病院まで運んでくれたでしょ？
ああ、そういえばそうだったな。
I could still remember how Serica felt when I carried her on my back. Until then, I hadn't treated her differently than any other boy, but at some point she started to grow into a woman, okay? When I carried her on my back, I was surprised. I felt boobies for the first time. That was what a girl felt like.
あの時はごめんね。ありがとう。
今さらなんだよ。僕とお前の仲だろ。
幼馴染ってやっぱりいいね。
Man, I still don't trust Serica. Is she? I don't know. It would definitely be a twist if it turns out she was evil all along or something, but it's kind of hard to tell. Is she just? I mean, it would be kind of boring though, wouldn't it be? If she was, as it turns out, all along she was just simply like, you know, your childhood friend. She was just a normal girl, and that's it. That's the end of her arc, I guess. There just has to be something with her, but maybe not. Serica sounded happy, but the tone of her voice quickly dropped.
あ、でも、のんちゃんの幼馴染のあの子は、のんちゃんやタクを悩ませてるんだよね。困ったね。
お前も気をつけろよ。昔地下施設で南沢千里を目撃したのは僕だけじゃないんだからな。
大丈夫だよ。きっとタクが守ってくれるから。
え？
あれ？もしかして守ってくれないの？
いや、そういうわけじゃない。ただ、その。
I felt silent, but I could tell that Serica was nodding to herself on the other side of the phone.
ああ、そっか。それで迷ってるんだね。
And then, even though I hadn't said anything, she seemed to realize my problem. Could I kill someone if it meant saving someone?
でもね、タク。多分のんちゃんなら相手が幼馴染でも親友でもタクを守るためにためらわないでやっつけると思うんだ。
Yes, she's that yandere. She would stab them to death.
もちろん私もだよ。タクのためならどんなことでもするし、誰にも負けないと思う。絶対に。
Okay, are you yandere as well? Is everyone just yandere?
尾上。
タクはどうかな？
Maybe she was right. Kurusu would probably kill her friend if it was the only way to protect us.
でも、そんなことクルスにさせていいわけない。
If that woman really was Minamisawa Senri, it wasn't Kurusu who needed to do it. It was me, right? That's right. That was a way to overcome my past trauma too, with murder.
あ、でも今日は18日だよね。
どうしたいきなり。
Following Serica's conversations was as impossible as ever.
あのね、次の事件はすぐには起きないんじゃないかなって。
すぐに起きない？
I looked at the calendar and then realized,
次は23日か。
if these killings were following the new generation madness, the next murder would be on the 23rd. After that would be Yummy Hand October 28th and DQN Puzzle on the 4th of November. If we could get through the 23rd, we'd be safe for a while.
だからそれまでは安全かも。
とはいえ23日になったら24時間逃げ回らなきゃいけないんだよな。
It'll be like, what was that movie? Final Destination, you know? Where we're just like trying to like not get killed on a particular day.
だったらその日はみんなで一緒にいようよ。ずっと。
Let's all, you know, stay in one spot all together and totally not accidentally get murdered, you know? Because we accidentally, like, for some reason, we're staying in a hotel room with a bomb in it or something. I don't know.
いくら恨みを持ってるからってみんなのいる場所に堂々と出てくるなんてできないんじゃないかな。
なるほど。やっぱりそういう作戦しかないか。
If we could avoid the murderer that way, we'd win.
部活のみんなにも協力してもらって深夜までやってるお店に入っちゃうとか、佐久間先生さえ許してくれれば青葉寮で合宿してもいいかも。
It's I don't. Again, either Sarika is just, you know, just a normal person, or maybe she's the mastermind and she's puppeteering, you know, our demise,
尾上
putting us in like a single room, you know, so we know where we are.
なんかすっごく褒められちゃった。
No, it's not. It's not a compliment at all. But whenever I was in trouble or worried about something, Sarika had always been there to listen. She was one of the few people who really understood me. Of course, I was too embarrassed to tell her that, and had no plans to ever do so, unless I go do the Sarika route and marry her, I guess, or something like that. I don't know.
それじゃあタク、おやすみ。いい夢見てね。
まあおやすみ。
I hung up and then looked at the calendar on the wall again.
10月23日。犯人はどう動き、どんな犯罪を犯すんだろう。それは本当に何らかのメッセージなんだろうか。そして狙われているのはこの僕か、それとも。
Well, just like we expected, nothing happened over the next few days. There's no sign of that woman and no new arson cases, which meant no news about the case. For my part, I was trying to figure out how to use my power to protect everyone, instead of just screwing around like I had before. No more panty shots. And the day was upon us.
とりあえず今のところは何もなしか。
ああ。
よかったっすね、宮代先輩。これもわざわざひなえちゃんが付き合ってあげてるおかげっすよ。感謝の印として今度専属屋のマンゴーフルーツパフェご馳走してくださいね。
何言ってんだ。お前だって狙われてるかもしれないだろ。お互い様ってやつだ。
うわー、ドケチ。
ちょっとみんな気を抜くのが早すぎるわ。問題はこれからなんだから。
Nothing had happened during school. We made sure that nobody was alone during break periods, and it had paid off. Even Uki's here?
なんだ山添。
私も一緒にここにいてよかったんでしょうか。学園の生徒でもないのに。
今日は特別だ。君だって能力者なんだから狙われないとも限らないだろ。
そういうこと。今日が無事に終わるまで絶対に私たちと離れてはダメよ。
はい。
Uki has seemed uncomfortable in this new environment all day.
で、これからどうすんだ？
そろそろ学校も人が少なくなるし、移動した方がいいわね。
渋谷で遅くまで開いている店へ行こう。悪いけどみんなも付き合ってくれるか？
しょうがないっすね。 その代わり宮代先輩のおごりでよろしく。
有村、他のメンバーはともかくお前は割り勘だ。
先輩ひどい。鬼、悪
Okay. Call me whatever you want.
魔。それでどこ行くの？
カラオケとか？
できれば懐的に優しいところにしてくれ。
だとすると行き先はいつものあそこだね。
You can go back to Cafe Lax? I guess so.
来たの。ゆるりと過ごしてゆくがよい。
What's her name, by the way? Do you ever get her name?
どうも。
This person who's like, I mean, not really cosplaying, you know, Renge from Nanan Biyori, but it basically looks like, you know, like her.
お主たちか。好きな席に座ってよいぞ。
We chose a seat by the window with a good view. Cafe Lax took over a whole floor of a classy two-story business building near Shibuya's residential district. If a window seat, you could see all around the building, and we spot that pyrokinetic Minamisawa Senri, if that's who she was, immediately.
閉店までここにいられるね。そのためにはたくさん注文しなきゃ。すみません。
もう一度確認しとくぞ。有村は自腹だからな。
どれ、注文は決まったのか？忙しいからさっさとオーダーするように。店員さん、忙しいなら私もお店の手伝いをしますので。
Jeez, as he's getting a part-time job here.
は？
こらこら山添、客は手伝わなくていいんだからな。ていうか手伝っちゃダメだからな。
そうなんですか？
そうなんです。
私はここからここまで全部お願いします。
だから有村、どさくさに紛れてそういう注文するな。お前には絶対におごらないからな。お前、何うなってんだよ。
さっき食べたシュークリームのクリームが髪についちゃって。
How could she pull that off with hair that length? I mean, I don't know. It could still get into the cream, you know, if you like accidentally move your head close to it. But anyway.
花ってば大きなあくび。
伊藤もだ。いくらなんでも気を抜きすぎだろ。
それにお行儀が悪いわよ。
んなこと言ったってしょうがないだろ。何時間もただだらっとしてるだけなんだから。
We've been at Cafe Lax for 4 hours already. At first, everyone had been tense and alert, but it seemed we were starting to hit our limits. Only 4 hours? I mean, I guess so if you're just like sitting in one spot for quite a bit. And not doing anything either. I guess you have your phones, you know? Might as well play like a phone game or something to pass the time. I don't know. Adabuda and I seem to be relaxing a little. If we were alone, we would have been afraid, but now we're surrounded by our friends. There's no way they could just blow up the entire cafe and kill us all, would they? Nah. If you added in the waitress and the other customers, there were even more people here now. I couldn't imagine someone just barging in and attacking. Well, if I had to imagine one way to kill someone, poison, you know, in the food, that could be a thing as well. You could, like, assassinate someone like that. Maybe the waitress was the killer all along. Maybe you're the mastermind. I don't know. Well, the waitress has walked over at some point while I was looking out the window and was standing next to me.
一体何時間粘るつもりじゃ。これ以上注文せんのならいい加減。ああ、します。注文メニューください。
I guess we had to order extra after all. It was only natural, but it was putting a big dent in my budget for the month.
ほれ、メニューじゃ。ありがとうございます。タク、何頼む？
Sarika took the menu and handed it to me.
そうだな。なるべく安いもの。安いものと。
As I flipped through the menu, I saw...
Huh?
Uh-oh. Is it... Sumo sticker? Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. It was a sumo sticker. Also, what do they have in the menu? They have house blend, coffee, I guess, Americano, iced coffee, some black tea, milk, orange juice, lemon squash, banana juice, mixed juice, tomato juice. No Mountain View. Oh, I guess soda, I guess, might count. Lemonade, green salad, potato salad, and some lunch as well. Courier of the day. You can buy lunch here, I guess. Anyway, sumo sticker. That's a sumo sticker. Oh no. Whoa! I felt horribly dizzy and my eyes started to go blurry. I felt bad. It hurt to breathe. The 11th Rorschach, which had tortured Aramura and I on the night we were attacked by the pyrokinetic, was right in front of me. Everything started to go dim. Stay strong, don't lose it. I mean, if we like, you know, act like a crazy person, we're probably gonna get kicked out, you know? That's probably bad. Don't lose it. Okay, I managed to get a hold of myself. What? Where did everybody go? Interesting. I mean, we got that little, like, you know, the TV shutting off kind of like transition, so normally that means that we got out of the delusion, but I guess not. Also, what's this? I don't know what this is. It looks like a camera, but no, it's not. I don't think it is. It's just like a thing for like pulling down the... What do you call this? A curtain? I don't think it's a curtain. I forgot what you call these. The shutters, maybe. Is that what it is? I don't know. Anyway. That made no sense. How? How did everyone disappear? How did that happen? Where?
Kazuki, Arimura, Yamazoe.
They were gone. Not only my friends, but even the waitress had disappeared. Everybody was gone.
嘘だろ誰かいないのか
I called out to the back of the cafe, but there was no sign that anyone was there.
くそなんでだよ
Time to raid their fridge, get some free, you know, food, but anyway. You could also dine and dash, we don't need to pay the bill. Wouldn't that be great? But anyway. This sound.
この音
All the sound had disappeared from the world. The music that had been playing in the cafe was gone, and so were the sounds of the cars that sometimes passed by on the road. There was nothing but strange silence and dark gloom. I could only hear one thing. That terrifying sound. She was getting closer. The footsteps were coming up the stairs to the cafe. Shivering with fear, I forced myself to quietly open the door to the cafe, and I snuck out onto the landing. Trembling, I looked down the stairs to the first floor, and there I saw... Just Our eyes met. Our eyes met for an instant. I saw those eyes like cold fire, looking up at me from beneath the hair that covered her whole face. I knew it. That was... Quick, get the fire extinguisher! Defeat her with the fire extinguisher, maybe! There's gotta be one around here, I imagine. As if she could sense my fear, especially like in a, you know, in a kitchen area. It's gotta be a fire extinguisher. Probably her weakness, you know? Well, Minamisawa Senri looked at me and smiled. It was a smile of a beast that had found its prey. Man, Takaru, you're really bad at hide and seek, you know? This is like 0 and 2. Well, Chapter 8, Betrayal. An entanglement of erosive cases. I gritted my teeth to keep from screaming and ran back into the cafe. I closed the door as quietly as I could. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm so scared. She's gonna kill me. She's gonna kill me. She's gonna kill me. They're new. He's going to kill me. Minamasawa Senri is going to kill me. I tried to scream for help, but my voice got caught in my throat. Now, even if I'd been able to yell, no one was there to help me. Kurusu was gone, Sarika was gone, so were Ito, Aramura, Kazuki, and Uki. Even the waitress had disappeared. It's funny, like, you know, maybe if only Uki was here, but that wouldn't help, she's just a little girl, but anyway. And the lighting seemed to have turned a faded yellow too. The cafe was much darker than usual. Did we get like Silent Hilled, you know? Get transported into the demon dimension? I was too scared to speak or do anything except slowly move backward from the door. Finally, I hit the wall and found myself with nowhere to run. I could knock her flames away again. I tried desperately to psych myself up for the fight. But I couldn't see it. The D sword. The D wouldn't appear. The D sword. Well, that happens to a lot of guys. But anyway, no matter how much I tried to concentrate, the terror won out, and the D sword refused to appear. Past the entrance to the cafe, I could hear the loud clicking of a heel against the floor, and the sound of a leg sliding along the ground. She was bringing me a merciless death. I looked around and saw a door on the other side of the kitchen. It was the employee bathroom. There's no way she'd go to the employee-only area. You know, it'd be against the rules. Obviously. I flung myself away from the wall, ripped open the door and went inside. And then locked the door with trembling hands. Probably a bad idea. This is a horrible idea, by the way. Because you can just, you know, burn us alive inside the room. There's nowhere for us to run. Well, but there were no windows in the bathroom. I had run aside without even bothering to turn on the lights, so it was pitch black. In that cramped, enclosed space, my heart started to pound fast, and my breathing became heavy. She was going to hear me. I needed to be quiet. I put my hand over my mouth and to stifle the sound. It hurt to breathe. But if I couldn't be quiet, she'd find me and kill me. Minamisawa Senri's footsteps had finally reached this floor. And then she stopped, suddenly, and there was an eerie sound. Or eerie silence, rather. There's no sound, actually. I could almost sense, somehow, that she was looking for me. Just go away. Leave me alone. And then the waitress comes out of nowhere and says, "Welcome. What do you like? What's your order today?" No. I prayed, but it was a waste of time. She came inside the cafe. The footsteps started again. Slowly, slowly. She's just here to, get a drink. Don't worry about it. But the woman slowly moved around the cafe. I could hear her dragging her leg from one side of the cafe to the other, as if she was toying with me. Each time she moved, she knocked glasses and cups to the floor, where they shattered. Well, I don't know. Maybe she's just having a hard time walking around. She does have that bum leg and everything. Very clumsy. All I could do was try not to scream. I remembered all the horrible ways the other psychics had died. Don't look at me, leaky noise, revolving dead, Gotsuyon death. Was that gonna happen to me too? No, I don't want to die like that. How much time passed after that? Suddenly, Minamisawa Senri's footsteps started to get farther and farther away. I couldn't tell from here, but it felt like she might be about to leave. It's like a classic horror game, You just hide somewhere and the monster eventually just goes away. And then you come out of your hiding spot as it turns out they're right behind you, oh no! I concentrated as hard as I could on listening to those eerie footsteps. I could hear a door open and close, and then that awful dragging sound again, this time going down the stairs. Would she? Yeah, she would have like a really hard time going down the stairs, wouldn't she? With her bad leg. When soon, there's no sound at all. I panted in relief. Now I wouldn't die in the new generation, Matt. There's that knock. Suddenly there was a knock at the door. It was so utterly unexpected that I couldn't stop myself from screaming. The knocking stopped for an instant. I could sense that someone was looking at me from the other side of the flimsy door. The knocking started again. And slowly but steadily, it continued. The interval between each knock was identical and mechanical. Knock, 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 knock. I tried to get as far away from the door as I could. But the bathroom was tiny and there was nowhere to run. I won't let her just kill me. I'll capture my damn self. Could I be a pyrokinetic with my bare hands? The thought flashed through my mind for an instant. But I didn't think I could take the terror anymore. I was at my limit. I screamed, unlocked the door, and slammed into it as hard as I could. The bathroom door opened with a bang. And we just flashed back to reality. As it turns out, we just slam into Serica. Oops.